Oh my god, hey, it's me again. Welcome to the video. Before we get into the meat of the video, I have something else that I wanted to talk about. I've mentioned it a lot, you guys know the drill. So my friend is in a pretty bad situation with an emotionally abusive parent and they need funds to help support themselves. They have a GoFundMe, which will be in the description of this video, and their goal is $300. So if you can spare some change to pass their way, please donate, and if you can't, please consider sharing the link around so it gets to as many people as possible. They're a great friend and I just want to make sure that they're safe. The link is in the description, so share it around, donate, everything would help out a lot. Thank you very much. So onto the actual content of this video. So this video is a bit special because it is one of a 4-part series that I'm going to be doing. And basically the premise is drawing all of the Hell of a Boss characters as different kinds of animals. Some of them will be obvious, while some of them might be a bit silly, goofy, funny, but it's just supposed to be like a silly light thing to kind of... I've been feeling very unmotivated recently, so this is just to kind of get me back into the vibe, if you know what I mean. So the order in which these 4 videos are going to be out is that this first video is going to be Stolas, Stella, Octavia, and Striker. The next one is going to be Verosica, Vortex, Barbie Wire, and Beelzebub. The third one is going to be Blitz, Luna, Millie, and Moxie. And the last one will be Asmodeus, Fizzaroli, and Mammon. These are going to be 4 separate videos, and I will also be posting each individual one as a reel and a TikTok and like a short. So they're all on my other socials. They will be posted to my Instagram and Twitter as usual. And that's pretty much it. So let's get on with it. So the first character on the chopping block is Stolas, one of my faves. Stolas is obviously an owl, so he's an owl. I took inspiration from a barn owl because both Octavia and Stolas both have the same like kind of white heart shape on their face, like that white part. And barn owls have similar markings to that, so it's like, boom, barn owl. For most of these designs, I've tried to keep as much of the original color palette as possible. For Stolas, I did have to change the color of like the darker parts of his feathers, but that was like the only thing I really changed. But yeah, no, so I kept the swoop of his, not hair, of his like feathers on his head. And yeah, so there's not really much to say, like Mans is just kind of an owl. I did keep his red eyes and also the darker markings around his eyes, but that's pretty much him done. Like he's just an owl, if we're being for real right now. But yeah, he's gorgeous, elegant, slay, love him, iconic as always. So the next character is Octavia. Octavia is also a barn owl. This is canon, by the way, so it is canon that Stolas and Octavia are owls. Stella is a peafowl, and so is Stella's brother. I can't be fucked to remember his name right now. Yeah, so they're both owls, so I drew her as an owl. I had to keep the beanie. Obviously, I did like a little test drawing, and I tried to draw Octavia as an owl without the beanie, and it didn't look right. Like it just... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just wasn't right. So she has a beanie. Also has the iconic emo bangs. I couldn't get rid of them. I had to keep them. You have to understand. I did also change around the main color of Octavia slightly. So I think she used to be this dark blue, but I changed it more to like a dark grayish purple. It was either dark blue or dark pink, like a grayish dark, yeah. But yeah, so I changed it to a more of a purple because Octavia is purple. Also, it was kind of at this point in the drawing when not at this point, but when I started doing Octavia's eyes, I noticed that Octavia and Stella have the same eyes, like exactly the same, like the hot pink with the white dot in the middle, which makes sense because obviously Octavia is Stella's daughter, but still, I thought that was a really cool idea, or a detail, yeah. But there you go, there's my baby. She looks great, as always. She's iconic. And yeah, so that was Octavia. And the next one we have is Striker. So Striker was an interesting one to draw because he's kind of based off a snake. In a lot of scenes in the show, there are scenes where he's like hisses and it makes like a rattlesnake sound. So I made him a rattlesnake, obviously. But as I was sketching, I realized I don't know how to draw snake faces. So I just drew his normal face, and then slapped a hat on it. Because as I said, I did a practice before and I did it without the hat and it didn't look great. So and he also has his eyebrows. Striker by far is the one that looks most closest to his design. But yeah, so for Striker's design, the stripes near the bottom of his tail is like a reference to the stripes at the top, the base of his tail in his normal form. As I said, he also still has his hat. You can't have Striker without his hat or his mustache, or his weird eyebrows. So iconic. Striker is an interesting character for me because I love him, but I also hate him. I love him because he's interesting and like because he hates royals, and that's like a good plot device or whatever. But he's also like hot. No, he's not. Oh, yeah, he is. But he's sneaky, and I like that. He reminds me of Astarion, weirdly enough, from Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know why, but he just does, and I'm into it. But yeah, no, he's just a big snake boy, a big snaky boy. I really suck at drawing scales, so I just do as you can see on the drawing, I just do like a crosshatch, and like hope that that's enough. And as always, the colors are as close as possible. Some changes, I think I made the hair a shade darker, but yeah, this is a snake. It looks weird because he doesn't have arms, and like you're used to seeing that face with those arms. But onto the next subject is Stella. So fun fact, Stella's drawing Stella is the one that took the longest. So I did them in session. So I did Stolas, Octavia, Striker, and then Stella. And Stella took the longest. Stella took 35 minutes, which was 1 minute longer than Striker, admittedly. Stella is overwhelmingly iconic. And much like Octavia and Striker, I couldn't have Octavia without her crown because it just didn't look right. So as I said before, Stella is not an owl. Stella is a peafowl, which technically makes Octavia half owl, half peafowl. Peafowl is like a peacock as well, by the way. So just want to let you guys know that. But also, I want to just say, drawing Stella's lashes, like her eyeliner and her lashes, was the best thing ever. Like it was amazing. It was an eye-opening experience. I want to draw every single one of my characters with lashes like these now, because it is just, she's gorgeous. Like look at her. Look at those lashes. Oh my god. They're just, one blink and she'll fly away into the fucking stratosphere. But no. So I drew her as an albino because obviously she is white. She is a white colored bird in the show. But yeah, no, there's not really much to say. She's iconic, she's slay, and she also, as I mentioned before, she has the same colored eyes as Octavia. So Octavia also has like the hot pink with the white dot, and Stella has the same, obviously because they're related. But yeah, Stella isn't my favorite character, obviously, but she's a good character. I think she gives a lot of like, she's an antagonist, so obviously she's like kind of essential, well, not essential, but like, you know, she has a purpose. But I think she's really interesting because, you know, she's just as trapped in the marriage as Stolas is, and I think the show should reflect more on that. But that's just me. Look at her. Look at how iconic she is. I changed the color of her like feathers to a lighter pink instead of just like a weird white. And yeah. So I think that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah, so that's it. Here's everyone together. Look at them. So gorgeous, so amazing. They're so pretty. I love how you can tell like they're obviously still like their characters. So you can obviously still tell that Stolas is Stolas, obviously, because it would be kind of weird if they were animals we couldn't tell. But yeah, so the next episode, or like the next part, as I said, will be Verosica, Vortex, Barbie Wire, which is Blitz's sister, and Beelzebub. So that's gonna be fun. Oh my god. Get to draw all the iconic girl characters. Okay, but yeah, no, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for being here and putting up with all of this rambling. If you enjoyed this, please stay. If you wanted to support me, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to donate and spread the link to my friend's GoFundMe. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!